Hello, everybody. How's it going? Sorry for the delay. Got to get some information from a live that's going on. Apparently, Ernie has gone bananas. And Benny and Ernie are going at it on live. And I just wanted to make sure, it wasn't something relating to Summer Wells. So, of course, it's not. It's always drama for your mama. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Let's see who y'all got here. Mallory. Hi, Mallory. Thank you for being here, hon. Miss Lane. Hello. Carla. Welcome. Brooke. Always a pleasure. Grammy H. Nice to see you, hon. Single Mama 4, you are the bomb. You're always here, and I really appreciate it. Lori, hello, hi, Barb. Miss Sandy. One of my mods, her daughter turned 18 today. Yay, happy birthday. So I totally understand if you are not here. You need to celebrate with your baby. Hi, Tata Chip. Hello. All right, I think I got everybody so far. Hi, Angie. Aw, sending love from California. That's nice. I'm going to report this bot. Boom. You gone. All right. Thank you for being here again. Of course, we're going over the Rose Bly case. We all know that, she said that she was going to meet a cousin and allegedly, right? And she never made it home. Her car was found in an abandoned lot where trailers would park their trailers. It was an abandoned lot, and that's where her car was found. Her keys had never been found. Yada yada. We all know. I'm assuming we all know. If you don't, let me know. So I was thinking about, going up the highway, kind of like a little drive, a scenic drive up to Cushing, right? Or excuse me, from Cushing to Grantsburg. However, I've been researching this for the past hour or so, and the only thing that I can think of is that Grandma Candace, Rose's mother, lived a little bit from where her car was found. So I was thinking that really that's the only information that I could see where, would be of interest. Everything else didn't. Because, I didn't want to waste you guys' time. Hi, Raybird. Hello. Hi, Heather. Glad you made it. So I'm really just trying to make sure that we maximize our time here, right? Let me put my spaghetti away that I ate. It was delicious. Love spaghetti. It's just one of those foods that I don't get tired of. Anyway, this lady right here that you see on the screen is, her name is Ancient Knowledge. All right. I am going to subscribe to her. I think I saw this once, but I don't remember it, but she did a psychic reading on her, okay? And guess who commented? John Larson, right here. Big thank you from Polk County, Wisconsin. I really keep feeling like Rose will be found soon, and I'm grateful for your help. Lisa K. Ruitz. I don't believe in this stuff, but you are changing my mind. I know a lot that isn't public knowledge, and you are right on. So Lisa's a believer. Gotta love that. So I'm seeing a lot of people, within the Facebook group of Please Help Find Rosemarie Bly that they started. And they seem to confirm what she's saying. So I'm going to zoom through this reading because I think it's always, again, it's always good to, you know, get other mediums' perspectives and stuff. But to sum it up, this lady thinks that it is pertaining to law enforcement. There's somebody in law enforcement and or someone who she worked with. So we're going to research that. And we're also going to research again the Facebook page. Oh, Lisa. Hello, Lisa. Welcome to the chat. She says, John Larson is absolutely no relation to any Larsons in this case. I know that. But I do know that John Larson is within Polk County and has a lot of opinions on the matter. So that's not what I was referencing. So, Lisa, I want you to really, really hone in on your ability to correct me when I'm wrong, because you're good at that. And let's do this. We have a lot of questions for you. All right. So, now, Nicole E. Steele, this is what she said, or this is what was posted in a missingpersonsofamerica.com article. And it's pretty, pretty basic stuff, things that we all already know. More information on Rose I have found. I don't know if you guys know the name of the lady who ran this website, but I can't think of it right now. But, her cousin said Bly had not made plans to meet with her, and she never saw her that night. Okay, well, Lisa, let's go ahead and say, you said you don't believe in this stuff, but you were changing my mind. I know a lot that isn't public knowledge, and you were right on. Now, she did say in here, hi, Angels for Justice, hello. Now, she did say that they need to go and see where she worked, and she said that it was at a bar, I believe. So let's just go run through this real quick, because you were a big believer in this woman. So try not to backtrack that. I know you didn't specifically say what you believed and not believed, but let's go ahead and confirm what you know. When you know she's wrong, say it. When she's right, say it. I'm holding you accountable for the information that you direct us to tonight. Since you're here in chat, I want record, Lisa. I want record of what you say is right or wrong. Not word jumble. What is fact, and how can you prove it? All right? All right. Let's do this. I'm going to put my camera off. 1 second.
Hey guys, so I was asked to go over the Rosie Marie Bly case, which is Candace's sister who went missing. People wanted to know if these cases were at all related, so I went over the case and I did a reading for it. What I found was very interesting. These cases are nowhere related. No one in Candace's family harmed Rosie or Rose Marie Bly. No one harmed her from that family. I did pick out some interesting details from this case, a few. The person who harmed Rosie was in law enforcement, a police, a judge, a detective, someone like that. I would guess a policeman, something like that.
Let me know if you can still see that in the chat. Sorry.
Hey guys, so I was asked to go over the Rosie Marie Bly case, which is
Sorry, I had to
Candace's
restart the browser.
sister
It was
who
too
went
slow.
missing.
Okay.
People wanted to know if these cases were at all related, so I went over the case and I did a reading for it. What I found was very interesting. These cases are nowhere related. No one in Candace's family harmed Rosie or Rose Marie Bly. No one harmed her from that family. I did pick out some interesting details from this case, a few. The person who harmed Rosie was in law enforcement, a police, a judge, a detective, someone like that. I would guess a policeman, something like that. Definitely. Alchemy and justice. He worked in justice, law enforcement. 100%. It was so clear. It was so vivid. And I couldn't even pick up I couldn't pick up a whole lot on this case. But there were some things I feel like I picked up definitively. This person works in law enforcement. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. She met him. She didn't tell her husband she was meeting this man. I think they were having a relationship, whether that be based on money, sexual and money. She was getting money from this person for advancement in sex, or she was having a relationship with him. But she met up with this person. This person made it to think that they dropped her vehicle back at a truck stop to make it appear that maybe she was picked up there, or a trucker possibly could have done this or something like this. But this man was very smart, very smart. I got that in the intellectual card. He was very, very smart, and made this case very hard. But I was actually shocked when I kind of shocked when I found out that this man worked in law enforcement. So I not that I thought Candace or her husband Don was involved. I was just kind of blown away by getting that. I don't know much about this case, to be honest with you. I know that she was supposedly Candace's sister. Her body just disappeared. Her husband called it in. He took a lie detector test. He passed. I still thought, maybe it's possible that her husband was involved some way or another, but luckily and thankfully that's not the case, because they were going through relationship problems. But he is not involved, and he was quite upset about this. But no, she was having another type of relationship of some sort. It is also possible that someone that she worked with, a boss, a manager she worked with, knew or has seen this man who's come into her work. I had to look up where she actually worked, and it looked like a restaurant and bar.
All right, Lisa. You hear what she said?
It looked like a restaurant and bar.
Restaurant and bar.
I believe this man could have possibly came in by the leadership card. I believe that this man.
So where did she get that information from? So what we're going to do is verify it with receipts. Let's just Google it and see what we get. Just in case. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Because honestly, I've never seen any information about her working. So it totally makes sense. And you know what? I honestly think I might have found that. I don't think I've ever seen employment. 12 years ago was 2010? Yeah, 2010. Yeah, I don't see employment at all. Okay. Oh, that's not Rose. That is not Rose. Yeah, nothing. She took care of her babies, Nothing. Wait, here we go. Reddit. Let's see what Reddit says. All right, well, that's employment. I'm reading. Where does it say employment? Oops. Of course. Yeah, Lawson has been in Tennessee forever. So maybe it's in the actual thread. I think it said worked. Is that what it said? Yeah, they did drain a lake. That's right. Says this mystery is solvable, stated Sheriff Wack. W-A-A-K. Is his first name Andrew? Or Eric or something like that? Hi, checking. Hello. How you doing? Trying to find out if Rose Bly worked or where she worked before she went missing. We're trying to figure out, who might be related to, knowing her before she left. Rose was not allowed to get a job or even leave her home to see friends or family. And that was the person that alleged that Rose's husband and sister, Jeanie, were sleeping together when she went missing. And that he failed to notify Rose's mother for over a day after her disappearance. And that his dad, Rose's father-in-law, is a truck driver who was familiar with using the lot in Grantsburg in which Rose's car was found. Rose's best friend, Nicole, has stated that Rose's husband was controlling. And that's that Nicole E. Still that we saw. Hi, Ash. Hello. Brent Walk. Okay. Well, Brent Walk was also, at one time, a patrol. So he was just a regular old police officer before he became sheriff. So that's one law enforcement. That's one person. And then you obviously have Andrew Lynn, who was the detective. Right? And I don't know him. I don't know anything about him. I haven't even, dove into that yet. Hi, Ash. Welcome. From Australia. Cool. One place that I have visited, and it was hot as hell. Yeah. Don't see anything about it. Nada. I mean, I really don't. However, I'm going to look into the Rose Bly Facebook group that, Lisa, you are a part of. And I know I'm not going to look at the critically K one, because that just doesn't give me unbiased vibes. There's a lot of bias in there. But I know it's paused too, which stinks. But I understand. What happened was the page was basically paused because Summer Wells's case. And everybody was, I guess, blowing up that page because of it. And so I get that. You don't want to muck the two if they're completely unrelated, right? Excuse me. It's like every time I try to pull up this group, I just had it up and now it's not. It's so weird. but I know it's there. I wonder who has the rights to the group. Like, I know Andrew Lynn started it, the detective at the time. So that's interesting. Okay, there we go. This group is paused. Sorry about that. It would not pull up for me. I had to Google it to pull it up. Okay. I don't like putting people's information out there, believe me. But it is, help find Rosemary Bly. And so if you're going to post here, be aware. Oh, thank you, single mom. So I did get a lot of Andrew, in my readings before. Andrew Vitalis. Okay. So I'm going to search for employment. That's the only thing I want to know right now. If I can type. Nothing. Worked at, maybe? Wow, here's people have speculated it was an insurance scam. Oh my God. And Rose Meyer deleted pics from Facebook. What? What happened? That's crazy. Whoa. Yeah, this Facebook group is crazy. Yeah, I don't think she worked anywhere at the time, or maybe even near the time. Oh God, that whole Donna Kennedy crap. That was a mess. Okay, so I don't see anything worth a damn, so I'm going to keep playing this video. All right.
Her work sometimes. She might have met him at her work at this bar. But yes, it's a man in law enforcement. This was kind of hard to do and kind of hard to go into, because if someone sees this, if the person who did this sees this, I feel like I'm going to be, he could come after me. Now, try to look up and do detective work and get information on me. So this was not easy to do for me. And I really debated even posting this, because I'm still in the video, but I'm going to post this. This isn't live. So, but I felt like the family, people needed to know. I heard that they're reopening her case, and I feel like the detective on this case, people need to know about her disappearance. There is one thing that I really am certain of, and that is that he worked in law enforcement, and that he possibly came into her work, where she worked. I'm pretty certain he come into her work. I'm not 100% certain, but I am 100%, very, 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 very certain that this man worked in law enforcement. I'm really sure that he came into her workplace, and that the head over where she works, the manager or boss, has seen him, may even know him. But this man worked in law enforcement. This is something I'm sure of. He's a very smart man as well. Very intellectual, very smart. And she disappeared. Now, I need to look in more and to see if he took her, where he took her. It would be not too close to where her car was located. I think it would be a great distance off, and made sure she wouldn't be found. And this was over 10 years ago. And then drove her car back to the location, to a truck stop. And this isn't like a big town or anything. This law enforcement person probably had friends. I don't know if he had someone to help him, because I didn't get that from my reading, that he had other people helping him and assisting him. But it does seem like this case wasn't thoroughly investigated as it should have been, unfortunately. But I wanted to go in and I went into 2 decks. I need to go in and read more, because I'm very intrigued. And I felt a connection to Rose, and where I was able to go in and read about her because of that connection I felt to her. That being said, I'm going to get off of here, but that was very awakening to me, for this case, because I really didn't have a whole lot of information. Some simple things about this case, but not a whole lot of information to go on. But this, people have thought that it was related to, Candace or her mother or Don, that one of them had something to do, because how does 2 people disappear from a family, like this. The Summers aunt went missing 10 years ago from another state. Now, this is completely unrelated. I don't feel like she was super close to Candace and them. I don't feel like she was close to them at all at this point in time. Like, it's not like they were seeing her all the time or talking to her all the time. I feel like Candace's mother was in touch with her daughter. I feel like that, especially over the phone and things. Candace's mother, which is Rose's mother also, and Rose disappeared. I feel like she was in touch with her mom, but she wasn't that close to Candace and Don. Them, it was just, this is two separate cases. They are unrelated completely. I didn't know, so that's why I read into it. But they are completely unrelated. I still think 100% that they supposedly passed the lie detector test too. I don't know if it's been proven that they took the lie detector test. I haven't asked into this. I was trying to get simple details about location of her, how she passed, and who was involved, things like that. Well, I do feel that Candace and her husband knows about this, and they had something to do with it. I got that really clearly. And if you go back, you can watch my other videos. I do think they're involved with Summer, but I don't think they're involved with the Aunt Rosie Marie Bly. Completely unrelated. But I heard that they are probably, or they have opened her case, which is a great thing. I hope that this is solved.
And let's not forget there was a female detective.
People worrying about her, friends worrying, family worrying about her disappearance, and she was never found. But I do think that this person, it's scary to think that someone in law enforcement is still in law enforcement and harm somebody like this. I mean, if this could have happened other times, it's scary to think about it, but this is what happened. I'm sure of it. So I hope this was at all helpful to you guys. I do feel like a push to read more into this case now because of what I got, and there was just a deep connection with me in this case. And that's not always the case. Of course, I haven't went live or did YouTube videos for many cases like this. I think the first one that I went and did made a video for was the Evelyn Boswell case. So I was very good with that. I did very well with that case, even up to the point of Maggie being arrested the week leading. I said she would be arrested in a week, and a week later she was arrested. There was a lot of picked up on that case too, but there's been other cases since her case, but I haven't felt like a connection or pull to read into it because I have to feel like a deep connection to a case to kind of work into it. Like I see their pictures, I feel a connection, I read into it. I want to do good readings. I want to be able to pick up a lot. Now I can do other cases too, and I will be able to pick up some things, but I have to really want to get to feel a connection and a deep interest in the case. And if you're not feeling that, you can't get as much. So I like to do cases where I feel like I can actually get information and a lot of accurate information. So.
All right, sorry to pause there. But here I found a Wisconsin Department of Justice list of Wisconsin law enforcement personnel who have been fired, resigned in lieu of termination, or quit before completion of an internal investigation. This, I believe, runs back to, let's see. Want to make sure I have this right. A while. A while. I think 1990s. Early 1990s. Yeah. All right. So I know it looks like a lot, but we can break it down by, I believe, county. So we'll get to that, but your girl did some homework. Okay. But if you have questions, please put them in the chat because there might be something that I'm not thinking of and you could trigger, something that I could, investigate a little more. So yeah, this, if it is in fact law enforcement, we will know within a certain time frame why they were let go or fired. And I don't even know if it's just law enforcement like police officers. It's all law enforcement personnel. So jail officer, secure juvenile detention officer. There's a lot. So we can go through that here in a little bit. All right, let's finish this up.
I even feel like this case with Rose Marie Bly is just even stronger. I felt more of a connection to Rosie, almost like I knew her, but I could see her personality and a lot about her. before I even did the reading, which was helpful to me. But I still had no clue about who did
Hello,
this. So
guidance.
the reading gave me a lot. I feel, it's still not as much to go on because what happened to her, I have to read more into it. I'm going to pull out my Earth Magic deck, which is really Earth-based, around the world type, but it's got a lot of cards that can give me a little more information than I can get from my Avalon and Map decks. So these are Oracle decks specifically, and then I'll tie in Tarot to it as well. But yeah, so, and then, I occasionally use Pendulum and all that, but that's better for yes and no things, and if I'm just trying to debate on something. So I really do stick to Oracle and Tarot meditation, just getting, different things to work on. But yeah, so I'm going to let you guys go, and I will follow up if I can put anything more out, but I really do feel that this should be known. I even almost called in about this, and I've never felt compelled to before because people don't believe or listen to psychics or people who do readings and things like that. People don't, you call in law enforcement, they're not going to hear. They just think you want to be known or you're crazy. So if you call in, they're going to think you're just, I haven't felt compelled until this case, and I really wanted to call in and be like, hey, this person is in law enforcement. That's how strong I felt towards it. I really wanted to call, but I know what they're going to say or think, or I hope that someone will, and I'm debating it because I was on, and I almost did last night. I did this reading last night, and I almost contacted the authorities over it because that's how I'm very empathetic, and I felt like I know this, like this one is very strong to me, and I feel like it needs to be known. But then who's going to, listen to us, because most of the time they won't take you seriously. You have to have proof or evidence or witness something, because if you're a psychic, you're just, but I can't say what happened. I can't say where she's at and things like that. I'm going to read more into this case to find out more. But what I do feel is that, whoever was in law enforcement in this town back then, they need to go over who she worked with and see if someone in law enforcement come in to her work, and have these people thoroughly interviewed. Will you find out any information? Will they tell you anything? Likely they're not going to say that they met up with her or knew her, but hopefully they can possibly get something to go on. Because I feel like this case really needs to be solved. How would you feel? There's a lot of other unsolved cases, but there's killers among us. There are people that have gotten away with things. We try to solve these, or try to help, because always to help. To help or not, but
I don't think she has anything much more to say. So she thinks, and there's, I think, one or two more that believe that it's in law enforcement, and it's not impossible. I have been getting truck driver or someone who frequented the area. I don't know. It's pretty ballsy to put somebody's car next to a post office. That's kind of a busy area, and I would think. Especially back in 2009. But I don't know. It looks like in 2010, Deputy Eric D. Swan from Polk County was fired for using excessive amount of force during an August arrest. And this is from, let me see, hold on. Oh, sorry. Is this the right article? I thought his name was Eric. One second, guys. Yeah, no, this is the right one. Sorry. There's so many tabs I have to go through. Okay. Now, something just, don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. But Eric D. Swan gives me the heebie-jeebies. All right. And here's a dashboard cam on the Amory police officer David Drink Wine Squad car, captured from Polk County Sheriff Deputy Eric Swan's actions on August 30th during the arrest. Now, the reason why I think that this is kind of important is that, oh, Grammy, no, that's where I believe Rosemary and Grandma Candace Herrera worked. But anyway, the thing that gets me about Eric is that he has apparently had history of violent tendencies in his home personal life and obviously in his work life. So this guy has just been kind of showing up here and there in the research that I've done. And so let's just kind of go over this really quickly. And this was in the same month that Rose went missing. Okay. So a Polk County Sheriff's Office deputy has been fired for using an excessive amount of force during an August arrest. Hi, Lane. The Polk County Public Protection and Judicial Committee announced Monday morning that Deputy Eric D. Swan was to be dismissed from the department after he used unwarranted force in apprehending Mr. Mark Roberge, utilizing an unnecessary arm lock takedown of this person by use of a PR-24 type baton and striking him with the baton on his right thigh during an arrest. The charge against Swan stems from an August 20th, 2009 incident in which Amory Police Department Officer David Drinkwine stopped homeboy from allegedly drunk driving. So they got this on squad car evidence. The video shows Swan arriving at the scene to assist Drinkwine and span. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Lisa's right. No, Grandma Candace and Rose Mayer worked together, I think, at a restaurant or something, a diner. That's what the article said, I believe. We can look at that in a minute. And apparently Candace had worked at a laundromat, I believe. But we'll look into that in a minute. So anyway, this guy beat the ever-loving dog shit out of a drunken man. All right. So Swan was on paid administrative leave from the department since the incident, pending closure of the investigation. None of the 4 committee members made any formal announcement or verbal comment on the decision. Monday, I don't know, let me see what they did with him. He was suspended, causing serious damage. I don't think it's enjoyable anytime anyone loses their job, so he did. Tim O'Hare and Mike. Okay, sorry. What stood out to me not only with this Eric guy, but Sergeant Brent Walk. He has been coming up a lot before he became sheriff, the Mr. Walk. Brent comes up a lot. Tim O'Hare and Mike Stoffel. I have seen their names over and over again, one way or another, over and over again. Kind of that good old boy mentality, you know? All right, let me keep reading. I don't want to go through all this who blah blah. Swan has been no stranger to formal reprimand with the department, okay? In October 2008, Swan was given a 90-day unpaid suspension and reordered to recomplete an emergency vehicle operating course after he found to be at fault in a near collision with a motorcyclist near Loveless Lake. Now, the reason why this is so important to me right here is, let me show you where Loveless Lake is. This was in 2008. It's very nice. Looks very nice anyway. So Loveless Lake is a 132-acre lake located in Polk County. It's only 20 feet deep. So it's very tiny. But what gets me about this area, guys, is that he was acting extremely weird at this time, per the report. He was to be found at fault in a near collision with a motorcyclist near Loveless Lake. Gives me the impression that he was trying to run away from something and he wasn't paying attention. Because there's really no reason to be, in my opinion, in Wisconsin, hauling ass like that the way he did around this lake. Makes no sense. And you have to understand where this thing is. It's, whatever. So anyway, it just gives me the creepy vibes. There's just something wrong with that. So Swan passed a Earl Sioux Falls man en route to the scene of another car accident and forced the cyclist into the ditch. Oh, it wasn't a motorcycle, it was a cyclist. Where he overturned and suffered a broken arm and other significant arm injuries. A personnel file noted that in addition to overtaking the cyclist in a dangerous and visually restrictive location, Swan had failed to acknowledge the 3 other police officers and ambulance and fire and rescue personnel were already on the scene towards which he was traveling. He was in a rush. And I don't think it had anything to do with the call. He was suspended twice prior to 2008 for damaging county squad cars while on duty. He collided with other drivers twice. And in 2006, he spun a squad car into a ditch while traveling at a high rate of speed. Hi, Caitlin. Yeah, no kidding. So this guy is definitely on my radar. And so are those 3, Tim O'Hare, Mike Stoffel, and Brent Walk. I know that Brent Walk is, I believe... Hi, Cher. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. So we raised $349 for EquiSearch on Saturday. Oh, that's right. We are rounding it to 400, and I'm sending it on behalf of all the community. Thank you so much, Cher. That is awesome. That is wonderful news. Thank you so much. I am so grateful. And I know that they're going to definitely use that for obviously a good cause. Do you know that they actually helped find a missing child today? Cameron something. Cameron. I'm so happy about that. Cameron found, Texas, I believe. Checking convictions. Yes. In Bandera, Texas. And enjoyed a helicopter ride after that. So obviously they're doing good things, and we're so happy, Cher, that you're doing that, because they're finding missing people. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, guys. Everybody give a heart to Cher. Big hearts, please, in the chat. And thank you for the super chat. So there's a little boy that was found, 5 years old. Got lost on the ranch, Thank you, out of the blue, Morgan. Auntie, thank you. Yes, I'm just speechless, honestly. And thank you for, your subscribers and members. Without them, that wouldn't be possible. So much, much love. Makes me so happy. All right. Woohoo, all the hearts. Rosie Summers, hi, sweetheart. Thank you for being a member. Okay, anyway, this fool is on my shit list and everybody around him at the time. There is also a detective named Lisa something who's also on my shit list. She's kind of a shit. For sure. She was not, I can't remember her last name. It's some weird stuff. Rose something, Lisa Dewitz. I can't remember her name. It's on the original FBI poster. Let me pull it up. Lisa Ditlefsen. I butchered that. Lisa Ditlefsen. Now she's in real estate. Not that I have a problem with her. It's just, there's something that was going on with her. I don't know if she resigned, so I'm going to look it up real quick. Polk County. I'm looking at it, guys. Did she retire? She was said to be having an affair at the time. Now, I do not know if that was confirmed or not. Yeah, you know, that's what I hear. It could be a catfish situation. It could be a lot of different things. I mean, some women, especially when the internet was starting to get really, really big, you know, jumping off from MySpace, it's easy to get, you know, sideways, okay? When you're having problems in your marriage. Not that I'm saying it's right, but it does not justify being murdered or harmed in any way. So, says that Jeremy Peterson was not. Jeremy Peterson posted in the Help Find Rose Bly, the Facebook page. And there is some comments against his wife. And so I want to know what's going on with that. What in the hell? I didn't see this. I hadn't researched every single one of the comments. Hi, Julia. Hello, sweetheart. So I don't know who this person is. So I kind of want to see what went down. There's good old Lisa commenting. So let's see what the drama is. And say, Amy got a point. Set your page private then if you have a problem with everything. She's the aunt of Summer. Who's your wife? Wait. What? Oh, Jeanie. Uh-huh. Okay, this is Jeanie Bly's husband, Jeremy Peterson. Okay. I had an inkling it was Jeannie's. I knew that. Or I had an inkling about that. Okay. So my wife is Jeanie Peterson, and I won't stand for this bullshit any longer. Angela's like, I'm going to follow the tea. Following. Oh my God, his wife is Summer's aunt. That which is mom's sister. Rose's sister, Jeanie, she was supposed to have killed Rose. I read it somewhere on this site. Oh my God. Don't know what's real or not anymore. Oh my gosh. That's just silly. God, so when Summer went missing, it just went to total, complete garbage. Did the cops give the sister a polygraph test? Does anyone know? All right, let's see. Jeanie may have made some stupid choices and mistakes, and she told me she regretted them. But at this point, I don't believe she killed her sister. I don't know that she even blurted that out. Huh? What in the hell? What does that mean? Oh, guidance. Let me check on you on the chat. I knew you were going to get rowdy. Okay. So this Mara Rose. I don't know that she even blurted that out. I don't understand that. She was in my parents' house and my mom said those words never came out of her mouth. My sister... No. Okay, whatever. My sister and her don't get along. Because again, she didn't make great life choices while in a relationship. Eventually the truth will come out. Oh, thank you, Barb. Thank you so much. The truth will come out, and yeah, I have said a lot too, but we shouldn't be casting blame. I was told she said those things, so I went with it as well. No, I'm not saying this because I'm worried about being sued. I've just learned to know who I can and can't trust over the years.
I work hard for them, I thought you
Better treat me right. Oh, that's right.
right.
Elle, hi. I know, this research is slow. Slow and steady. You got to work so many angles with the drama. Now, again, there was a medium that said that it was law enforcement related. People close to the case believe that it's law enforcement related, so we've got some research to do. I've got a whole ass list of Wisconsin law enforcement who has either been fired, resigned in lieu of a termination, or quit before completion of an internal investigation. And right now, the biggest suspect, in my personal opinion, is Mr. Eric Swan. He's a very violent man. So anyway, we'll get to that. We're going to get to that. Right now, we're looking at Mara Rose. Is that... Who is that? Alaska, good question. Lisa has said that she knows who potentially killed Rose. So you might want to ask her about that. I've never gotten any proof or receipts. There has been habitual complaints about Lisa, not just from me, but from Valkyrie's Corner, Angel Talks Too Fast, the Cash Garnon case. The list goes on. But however, Lisa says she knows a lot, so why not keep a person around to see what's truth and what's not? That's up to her. So, Mara Rose. So who is this? Yep, it's fake. I went to school with Rose. Amber Richer, friend. Yeah, I remember I was nice to her with a small handful of people. I wanted to say this and now I will. I rode the bus with Rose. When the great bus driver, also the same bus driver that cheated on his wife with a 16-year-old high school student. My God. What is it with people in Wisconsin? in Polk County? Is this how you guys act? No offense. I love Wisconsin. It's a beautiful place. But what is going on here? So one day I remember people getting together and bringing her flea collars, dewormer, lice treatment, flea shampoo, and many cruel things. So I guess maybe that's awful. So Rose had been made fun of for being maybe having lice or something. That's awful. I don't know why they would do that. Rose is beautiful, smart, and has a great personality, unlike the people that did that. They were geeks and nothings that thought by hurting someone they can make themselves look cool. All right, so this is just obviously a friend of hers. They were mean, but she took up for her. She never got a chance to be a kid. Rumors are irritating. She left her husband for another man. Well, her mother did it. All bullshit. Nobody knows the facts. But if Rose did leave, maybe she needed a break, and that's okay. I respect that. She never got a chance to be a kid. Never got to have many friends or know what it was like to be happy. So if that's the case, it doesn't mean we should stop caring. How do you know it wasn't her husband? It wasn't a jealous friend or even that kid in school that treated her so badly but became friends with her before her disappearance. Has anybody thought about that? There are so many possibilities, so don't judge unless you really know her or lived her life. Okay, so Mara Rose, the word Mara means death in different languages. Not sus at all, Barb. No kidding. Why is he trying so hard to convince people that the family had nothing to do with Rose's disappearance? That's a great question. Every time I bring up Jeanie, she tries to throw me off of the Jeanie Bly road. And unless law enforcement comes out and says that she is 100% cleared, everyone is under the gun, under the microscope. I don't care about people's feelings when it comes to a missing person and drama gets created because people say that they know for a fact what happened. Okay, it's just bullshit. I'll stand by my wife. So this is, again, Jeanie Bly's husband. I don't know if they're still together. I assume so. I guess her name is Jeanie Peterson now. I'll stand by my wife through hell and back again because she was with me in Chetek the night Rose disappeared. Where is that? I mean, look, if you know for a fact all of these facts, then show the facts. That's all I ask. And I mean that for everybody, not just targeting Lisa. Everybody, including myself. So how far away is Chetek from it's a good old hour and a half from Grantsburg. And it is, let's see, I'm sorry. Theo, do you really? No, that's a whole ass hour from Chetek. That's not too far away. And there's a big ass lake right here. Just saying, I'm not saying anyone's guilty. I'm just saying, hey, There's a campground over here. Okay. Anyway, keep that in mind. So they were, again, in Chetek. The night Rose disappeared, I've never laid a hand on her in any way to hurt or silence her. No offense, people quit acting like sheep. Oh, okay. All right. Very sweet man here. Says, I think you should just have stayed quiet, Jeremy Peterson. You're going to make it worse for yourself. It's not slandering or defamation if it can be proved. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I want to know what this, what's the drama? Let's spill the tea. Spill the tea. So there's that Vendella. There's that Vendella. Lots of people are, oh, even Nicole Steele liked that one, hearted that one. Oh. So maybe a lot of people are suspecting Jeanie at the time. Ron Thompson, Jeremy Peterson, get off the gas, dude. You're married into a family that invites evil. So many questions and zero answers. Do tell. What is your position in the hierarchy of disdain? Wow. Who got angry at that? Lisa. Lisa, why did that piss you off? Honey, can you tell me why that comment pissed you off? And this one too, from Tammy Hatfield. Jeremy Peterson, it's unfortunate. Any accusations you are facing. People are trying to do good and make a difference, but some trolls get off course. I don't believe for a second you guys are involved. But Candace, very possible. That's why. That's why. Tammy says, we're getting off track here, people. We should be focused on finding a little girl who is innocent in all of this. Nothing else should matter right now. I disagree. I think that Rose Bly matters too. Heart if you agree that Rose Bly matters too. Kelly says, you do know this page is about Rose, right? Yep, that's what I'm saying. Jeremy, can you opt out from search sites? I'm sorry your family is dealing with this again. Pamela says, why be sorry if it's bringing some type of investigation to finding her? This woman is still missing. It sounds like the case went cold until now. Anyone that is missing should never be forgotten, but these people want her to be forgotten. And that's why they are pretty much saying, why are they involved and scared now? Sounds like it to me. Hi, Morgan. Thank you. Yes. Says, good luck with your libel suit. It won't get very far. Shell Smith, I mean, wouldn't you want to find Rose, Jeremy Peterson? Put an end to the rumors? Summer going missing has opened up a huge rabbit hole with many questions, leading back to how Rose went missing and the hand, if, who, and why. All of this is effed up. I stand by my friend Gina. I stand by my friend Gina. The police know she's not involved. That's something at least, says Lisa. Can someone maybe tell me the reason behind the name Rose in the family? Right? No. Yeah. So there's that. That was some drama, y'all. It really was. I was surprised. Lisa Kleckner All right. Oh, no. You're a fucking piece of shit, cops, DCS, Colin, bitch. You better watch karma, a bitch, and it's going to get you. Who, sis? We all remember this, right? Time for a head-banging Bob. Is that Uncle Booby? Is this Uncle Booby? Remember Jay? I don't know if y'all watched Jay's for Justice. But apparently there was some Uncle Booby or something like that. I wonder who this is about. Back off. That's my friend you talking about. And she has enough. ANUFF. On her plate. She just lost her father and her first baby sister went missing. Hold on a minute. Lord have mercy. People like you get off this site. It's not a site to backslap and put people down. Love, hope, honey. Look. No kidding. It really went downhill, this Facebook group. She's also in the Summerwells Facts and Updates, the official Summerwells missing case. Got it. I don't even know. That was June 12th, 2020. So Love Hope says, yeah, it goes Candace, Jeanie, Rosie in that family. Their dad just passed away and Rose is their baby sister that went missing. Their dad just died. Now the big sister kid just went missing. I grew up with them. Okay, I wonder who this is. Lord have mercy. Now we do know that Rose's father, Kenneth, passed away. Ken, often known as Jim. Yeah, he passed away. Saw a lot of disturbing posts, on her several Facebook accounts. Her eyes creep me out. Okay. So, we got Chris, Marcos. Here's the Rose, I think the Rose Herrera, or not Herrera, Mayer, whatever, article. Okay. Grandma Candace said she drives by the lot every day to her job at the Family Dollar Store. So she did work at the Family Dollar Store, guys. And there's Grandis right here. That's the route I take to work, and I would have noticed Rose's car if it was there. I'm sure everyone has heard this over and over, so I'm not going to rehash it. So Herrera and Rose's classmates have been stopping by the store to see if there's anything they can do. Moore is asking people with any information on the case to contact the Polk County Sheriff's Department. Says Herrera said she felt it was very weird that Rose was reported missing in the Wolf Creek area and her car was found in Grantsburg the day after she put up flyers. She said authorities told her they found only her daughter's fingerprints and those of her daughter's husband and children in the car. Herrera said Rose's classmates have been stopping by. Now, I do know in 2019 they did have a search warrant that they executed. I just don't know the details of that, y'all. It's a whodunit, right? It's a whodunit. I think that guy, Eric Swan, the law enforcement officer who was fired or maybe reprimanded, I don't know, whatever, for being so aggressive. I think the day after Rose went missing was the day that he beat the shit out of that guy, that drunk guy. And so that's why, like, those dates it just jumped at me, and I was like, guys, holy shit. This has to be something, right? It's just so odd. And I do really, truly think that law enforcement may, in fact, be involved. It's just, I think that this person, if they are in law enforcement, has done it many, many times. If not, it is someone who travels. It is someone who travels. So. Oh, wow. So, I do want to... Candace posted on March 4th. I am in contact with the sheriff's office, and they update me regularly as being her mother. They are not, nor am I releasing any information, and they are not ignoring the case. Sorry, no, that's misguidance. Y'all need to calm down on these chats here. I can't turn them off. My mods, that's where we talk. I kind of want to go through this because Miss Grandis has been commenting. So let's see what it says. So I'm guessing they're thinking that someone looked like Rose. Remember that whole thing? They thought this was her. I could totally see that. But the butt chin's different. The lips are different. That's not her. That's definitely not her. But it does look a lot like her. That's for damn sure. Wow, what an... Everywhere the damn Bly, Herrera, everywhere they go, it's drama. This is why I call them generational toxic trauma and curse. They are cursed. I'm telling you. Let's see what else. God, everybody just reaches so hard for something, to get justice. And like, I get why BK and all of those people get followers and likes and views. I get it because they're tired of this kind of shit, but at the same time, they're no better. They're no better than those people. Wow. Look at all this craziness on here. So is Rosemary Bly, a child of yours also? Yes, she is. We definitely got to find this baby. I don't see anything else from Grandma. A woman of few words, that's for sure. What a nightmare. All right, here's something. It states surveillance cameras from 2 downtown locations did not pick up the arrival of the vehicle. I wonder where those cameras were located. Obviously, it wouldn't tell us how the car got there, but it would eliminate 2 routes to the location. Another article I found that I believe holds important details. This is from Heather Renee on June 27th. Rose's mother claimed to have driven by the location where Rose's car was found 2 hours prior and didn't see the vehicle. Could it have been there and she didn't notice? Sure. It's also possible it wasn't there until after 5 p.m. that day. Until 5 p.m. that day. So, from Grandma Candace Herrera's own mouth, she says that she drives that route every day to the dollar store where she worked, the Dollar General where she worked at the time, and did not see the car in the abandoned parking lot at all. Now, I think this lot is kind of off from the main road, but I don't know. You might be able to see it. Anyway, maybe it's open at the time. But it says it's also possible that it wasn't there until 5, so why didn't she see it? She would be on alert. So maybe it was moved after the fact, which tells me she might not have been too far off from where the car was dropped off, if that's the case. If that's the actual case where that car was placed there after being reported missing, right? Which is totally possible. Maybe it's somebody close by, y'all. Right down the street. A catfisher. In 2009, catfishing was... They have a damn MTV show about catfishing. It was a huge time for predators to catfish people. Huge. So maybe that was the thing. Facebook, Craigslist, you know. I'm almost tempted to go look at the Craigslist archives from 2009 around that time to see if maybe there was something there. You know. Theo says it's right across the street from the laundromat where Candace worked. Well, let's take a look at that so everybody can kind of see. And that was in Grantsburg, right? Oh, wait. Doesn't Chris own the laundromat? I'm wondering if it's the same one. I'm gonna verify this real quick. Let's see. Because I do remember Rose's ex-husband, owning a laundromat. So I'm wondering if it's the same one. It might not be. I might have got that wrong, but please wait. So while that's loading, could it have been there and she didn't notice? A helicopter search was done around Rose's home the same day her car was found in Grantsburg. Coincidence or not? Law enforcement vibes. Authorities and a private investigator followed phone records. The day after her disappearance, incoming calls went straight to her voicemail. There hasn't been any communication from her phone since that night. It says, I don't know if this is 100% true because family members say they called the next day and the phone rang when they called. It didn't go straight to voicemail at the time. Something else I've been thinking about. Rose is said to have left her house at 7:30 the night she disappeared. Sometime after 7:30, she is said to have called her husband and told him she'd be home by midnight. That was confirmed by a family member yesterday. I can't help but to wonder where the phone pinged from when that call was made. Surely that has been looked at, of course. Of course. Gosh, people and the misinformation, it gets really hard to decipher the truth when you have all this crap. I mean, this is not a great place to get direct information, but Bridget Larson says you were correct and it states her phone records prove this. Is that family members? What family member confirmed the call? Oh, shit, this is good. Okay. Bingo. All right. Well, let's make sure, Brooke. Yeah, for sure. All right. This is good. Listen up. John Herrera, 36 weeks ago. One mutual friend, crime stories obsessed. Oh, no. We need to check this. Who's John Herrera? I'm guessing that's a brother. I don't know. I have no idea. Cute kiddo. Sorry to put your face out there. I didn't mean to. I don't know. Anyway. Probably a troll. I don't know. Heather Renee says, I read an article and asked questions about it yesterday. Bridget Larson confirmed on the post that my statement was correct. I will grab a screenshot. So here's the screenshot. Okay, so it's Rose's uncle. Thank you. Bridget Larson says you are correct and it states her phone records prove this. Heather, I sent you a PM. Yeah. So Bridget Larson says, yes, John, I am not making this up. There's articles that state they confirmed the phone call via her phone records. Thank you. John says, so they can't prove she called someone else? My wife could kill me and call herself and say, see the phone records, he called me at 7? John Herrera didn't prove Rose made the phone call necessarily. That's not the point I was trying to make. It was about the phone ping location. Okay, fair enough. Rose's uncle is John Herrera. And so it looks like the Herreras and the Larsons are going after it. She was asking if the phone had been pinged. And Chris was in one place in her phone and another. Obviously, it wasn't him. Also, Chris spoke to her directly, so it would have been her who had called him, since he states they talked directly, not voicemail. Just because he said it doesn't mean he could do it. Or excuse me, just because he said he did doesn't mean he did. Could have been a friend or family that helped did the deed. So John Herrera is even like coming at them sideways. Rose's uncle, which is obviously Grandma's brother. Wow. Grandest brother, the weirdo. Well, no, that's the other. No, there's another one who's in the mental facility for S.A. heinous crimes. He's dangerous. That's the other one. This is obviously not the same guy. Generational trauma. I'm telling y'all. So anyway, John is just going back and forth with Bridget Larson. I bet I have friends or family who would help me if I needed it so bad. Anything is possible. But no one ever wants to look at family and say, wow, how could you do this? But face it, it happens more than we think. Is John Herrera a psychic? Man. Oh, Lisa got mad about Amanda Rader saying, I thought It was family from the first time I found out about Summer in this case. Lisa is big mad. Lisa, you're mad. Calm down. I really don't. But 9 times out of 10, it's the closest that do harm, I guess. And the fact that he jumped to the divorce for me just says bingo. But I'm open to lots of ideas. Just for me, I'd be a man and wait to find out before I'd foul on my wife. Good Lord. Wow. I mean, hey, y'all are getting the drama that I said I'd promise. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. It went sideways. Yes, Warren. Thank you, Brooke. Sir, you checked her phone records, but did you check her new phone that she had just bought the afternoon she disappeared? What? Look at this fucking craziness. Man. Chris Larson's account that... Oh, and corroborate Chris Larson's account that she called him and that night. All right. Timeline is everything, right? I mean, God, why would you have 3 phones? Or 4 phones? Like, why would you have more than 2? Why? Where did the abuse photos go of Rose all beat up with bruises that were in the media section? Ooh. Wow. I wonder that too. I didn't even know about that. They were not Rose. Whew. Damn. Do you see the drama? Like, why didn't the FBI say that she had more than one phone? And why wouldn't they confirm that? Like, if she really did have multiple phones, wouldn't FBI say something about it? If they found them or knew about them or whatever? Oh, there's Lisa confirming the pictures weren't her. I mean, y'all, we're going to take a break off of that. That's a hot mess express. But let's go down the law enforcement path. You know what I mean? I think that there's some good information there that we could, look at. Now, this Lisa Ditlefsen, I don't know how to say it. There was some issues going on with her when she was in law enforcement, and because I did not know that there were, new people on the case at the time. Yeah, there was some kind of... Yeah, there it is. There it is. Looky here. So there, she was the lead detective on the case, I believe, or excuse me, from the FBI. Maybe. Let's see. She did something, y'all. Hold on, let me look at it. Investigator. Yeah, she was the investigator. For many multiple missing people's cases. Sure was. Yeah. So anyway, there's something, yeah, I can't find it right now. I will get back to you guys on that, but she did some shady shit. Oh, here it is. Burritt versus Lisa Ditlefsen. In late November of 2011, an 11-year-old child falsely accused Paul Burritt of essaying her. Based on that accusation, as well as some other arguably corroborative evidence, Burritt was arrested for criminal essay approximately 1 week later without a warrant by defendant Lisa D., a sheriff investigator for Polk County, Wisconsin, and then held in jail for 1 day before being freed on bail. At the time of Burritt's arrest, Lisa D. also seized Burritt's GPS device pursuant to a validly issued warrant, which would eventually produce evidence of his innocence. When confronted, the child admitted to fabricating the story of the essay, apparently in an attempt to manipulate her parents. So then Burritt sued the court against Lisa D. Wow. That's a big deal. Huge deal. Wow. I mean, that's Wisconsin. Get it to Polk County. Polk County. I'm sure things have improved since 2010. But damn, y'all. Bro. Get it together. So you can go to casetext.com, Burritt versus Ditlefsen yourself and read all of that hoorah. But this was in 2014. It happened in 2011, and then I guess in 2014 they made a decision on it. Now, you know what, actually? You know what would make sense, y'all? To go through who was also the involving police officers related to Lisa D. That would be a really good idea. Probably not tonight. We're getting close to almost an hour and a half right now. Wow. I wonder. It had to be more than just Lisa D. On November 28, 2011, SMH told an impact counselor that a handy Lyft driver had assaulted her. On November 23rd, the counselor, Debbie Schlapper, contacted the Hayward Police Department. Officer Ryan Ignis, sorry, Ryan, responded and met with SMH, who did not respond to him. He asked if she would be more comfortable speaking to a female officer, and she nodded. Accordingly, Sarah Ross Poquet of Health and Human Services agreed to interview her, and then they talked. All right. We've got so many questions. During the interview, Poquette reviewed the differences between truth and lies, with provided examples suggesting that she understood. SMH stated that the handy lift driver, whom she identified as Skip, had never been a driver before November 23rd, but on that date he had done bad things to her. He also stated that Skip had driven a different route than her usual, but that she had been too afraid to say anything. She reported that Skip had yelled out the window, using vulgar and SA language, told her that he worked for an ambulance and he had delivered 4 babies, and had made graphic threats to a mother after one delivery when she refused to name the baby after him. Yeah, that's odd. What in the world? Wow. So I'm not going to go into the details. You can read it. Officer Ignis then interviewed the mother and the stepfather, and then that SMH called her on the night of the assault. On November 28, Bill Lucier relayed the allegations to Burritt and directed him to write his own report of the... Who's Bill Lucier? Who's that? Is he an officer? I assume so. So he's... Your name's going down too. Bill. On November 29th, Officer Ignis returned to impact and photographed a bruise on the knee. Oh, handy lift owner. Sorry. So no, you're good, Bill. Sorry, Bill. And requested information about Skip, which he did. Hayward Police Assistant Chief Falstich. All right, Falstich. You're going down on the books here. And Ignis photographed Burritt's property. Officer Ignis noticed several vehicles with EMT license plates. Wow. All right, so investigator Lisa received a voicemail from Falstich informing her of a possible SA case. Blah, blah, blah. Some gross information that we do not need to know. Man, they use MapQuest to verify. We are old, y'all. If you know what MapQuest is and actually used it, we owe folks. Captain Steve Smith. All right, Steve. Scuba Steve, you are also in the book. Steve Smith, with whom she met multiple times before Burritt's arrest. Uh-oh, Captain Steve. You all know that I love law enforcement and I respect them. But they are not excluded from the law and abiding by it or being guilty of a crime. So they are just... Theo said, Hayward is Sawyer County, not Polk. I'm lost there. It's because of Polk County officials' involvement with the investigation. So it may have, the crime may have happened in one place and the residency had, or report had happened in another. We don't know. JPL, I don't know. I hope not. Heard there was a police official that Rose may have been seeing. Yeah, I heard about that. And the first person that I can think of, or that my intuition led me to was not Brandon, it was Andrew. Somebody named Andrew. All right. So Captain Steve Smith, unfortunately, you're next on the list of researching. Smith was also responsible for reviewing every report prepared by PCSD and delivering them to the DA. Smith was aware that D was seeking a search warrant for phone records and a GPS. So Lisa D also contacted and met with Polk County DA Daniel Steffen, as was her usual practice. Wow, he got arrested. Captain Smith. Lisa D continued to investigate the case following Barrett's arrest. She asked for a copy of the receipt from the Rice Lake Citings. Don Schultz contacted Lisa D and advised her of new information that her oh God, okay. Sheriff Johnson. Look at Sheriff Johnson. Did y'all hear about that sheriff that got arrested or that died in Florida that had actually, in fact, murdered that girl, that little girl? And he was a preacher and a sheriff. And he killed possibly more than one girl. Yep, there's a lot of Andrews to go through. This is why I hate getting out of the routine of cases. Because you have to kind of start over. Johnson determined that there was probable cause in the case. Deputy Sean DeMolling. Oh, damn it. All right, Sean. Sorry, Sean. Sean DeMolling. So he had investigated the GPS unit. Okay. What else? What else? Stephen Moe, Chief Deputy of Polk County, Stephen Moe. Implementing and enforcing all PCSDs and policies. Moe has had 31 years of experience since June 1982. Woo doggy. I mean, they ruled against her. So damn. All right, so we got law enforcement to review. Guys, so I think that we went way over time. Way over time. But I do believe that we at least need to look into law enforcement, if anything, to rule it out, right? I mean, what are we going to do? They're law enforcement. They have a leg up on everything. But if the rumor is true that, you know, she was dating somebody in law enforcement that could have harmed her, who knows? It's not like we can go ask Grandma Candace. You have to say something pretty wild and crazy on the news to get her talking. Let's see how many Polk County is real quick before we get into that next time. Just want to know. Good God. Wisconsin, get it together with your police. Oh my God. I know. Well, Ellie are dirty. Yeah, they're dirty. Oh my God. All right, Polk County. Oh, only two? Anthony Grimm and Scott Nargis. 1988, prior to completion of an internal investigation. Well, that makes it really great. And then Anthony Grimm. No beep beep. Not that's for members only. Going forward because it's so draining. Scott Nargis. Oh, do I want to? I'm not doing it. I gotta go. We're gonna do that next time. We're gonna ask the beep beep. We're gonna ask the beep beep. Oh. No kidding, checking. All right, guys. So Scott Nargis and Anthony Grimm, two law enforcement officers who resigned prior to a completion of an internal investigation from. One of them was from 2017 and one of them is from 2020. So maybe that's somebody to look into. You never know. And obviously the police officers who were employed during the time of her disappearance. That would make sense, wouldn't it? All right, guys. My wrench says Candace's first son's name is Andrew. Yeah, I doubt that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, shit. Excuse my language. Look. St. Croix County Sheriff's Office. I forgot to mention that. Let's look at this real quick. There's Aaron Most. So a lot of these, they retired or resigned in 2017 and 18. Terminated for cause. Logan Seaver. Charles Dykes. Jordan Pastorius. All right. We've got some law enforcement officers to look into that have resigned or were terminated. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate it. We're going to keep at least searching and looking for Rose Bly. Any tips, any leads that might get to solve her case. Anything at all. She deserves justice. And so does Summer Wells. So does Lena Keel. Michael Monkey Vaughn, Harmony Montgomery, and all those precious babies who are missing. Have a wonderful night. Don't forget to drink your water. Hug yourself. Hug your babies. Hug your grandbabies. Hug your fur babies. And I will see you guys on the next live. Thank you. Have a good night.